Hello everyone, Howard from hhcreview. Today we're looking at a piece. It's probably the grail watch for many watch enthusiasts or collectors. We're looking at the Patek Philippe Nautilus with a white dial. Reference number 5711-1A-011. Now this white one was produced from 2012 to 2020. And everyone knows the blue one was discontinued in January 2021. So the white and the blue are gone, and Patek introduced a green one earlier in 2021. So the direction is, you don't have the white or blue dial anymore, you have the green dial. But more importantly, Patek announced they don't do retail anymore, right? They're basically phasing out their retail sales, and they're basically only going to tailor to their biggest, most giant spender customers instead of, the retail clientels. But anyway, this piece, 5711-1A, if you look at this piece from just the direct view point of view, you're like, why is this such a expensive watch and such desirable, right? That is because you can't really see how well this is made unless you're actually looking at it in person, right? When you look at this on a camera or even in a photo and video, it's not the same, quite frankly, as you're looking at in person. So as I'm recording this, I'm looking at the image on the video versus not on the video or directly. There is still a difference that you're just unable to capture with my regular video stuff. So basic stuff, 40 millimeters case, but it does look a little bit wider because the wings on the side, the two wings, extremely thin actually, 8.3 millimeters thick only. So it's very, very thin, and it's very light. When you carry this in the hand, it's as if you're not carrying anything. It has the caliber 324 SC. So power reserves 40 hours, nothing, because it's an older model, nothing super impressive. Water resistant, pretty good, 120 meters and 394 feet. Lug to lug is actually a little bit longer, 45 millimeters. Obviously, when you look at this dial, so this is why some people say that's Y/silver, but I think it's more of a white, and because it has this, a little bit of a 3D effect of the dial. They're not like one flat, right? You have this stepped design, horizontal line, but it's stepped design. Like this angle, it looks like it's one flat surface. If I look at this angle right here, it's clear there's lines in between and dips and a little bit above. So as a result, it's not a pure, even though the dial is white, the lines, as if you're looking at a gray line, but there's really, it's just the lighting, right? The gray line is really just the lighting. So, it's super legible. That's the thing about white. They may not be the most sexy or cool versus the green or blue, but they're super legible. The hands and indices obviously are gold, but the white gold, but they blacken the color, so you have even more contrast, the white background with the black edged hands and indices. Then you have the minute, the dots represents the minute, a little simple window. It's just very, very simple, very, very elegant. The shape is the standard, all the Patek Nautilus and Aqua got this octagonal shape. It's not really round. It's not really like the AP type. So it's very unique. And the polish. So you have, look at the top bezel here. On the top, you have the satin finish, right? Vertical line, tiny bit of a vertical satin finish. Then on the side, you got the polished finish. Side of the case, it's also satin. And in terms of the links, this link is extremely light and well made and smooth. It has the polish in the middle, as many manufacturers do, including Patek. Then on the side, the rest of the links are just satin finish. Very, very smooth. It got the double fold over clasp with a Patek Geneva. Folded pretty easily, just click with the Patek seal. On the back, obviously, you have the sapphire, exhibition case. 18K, I believe it's 18K or not certain, maybe actually 22K, excuse me. Gold rotor. You have the little Patek Geneva seal out there, the PP. I think they started using that PP seal since 2009, basically signifying -3 seconds plus 2 seconds a day. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the details of the movements. There are tons of reviews out there. I just want to take a look. I look at the back of the bracelet. I mean, extremely, extremely smooth, extremely well made. And the other thing is, if we look at the bezel, the glass and the dial, they're the same octagonal shape. I think compared to some of the other, they may have a different shape for the bezel, but the internal dial is round, particularly the AP Royal Oak. But this one, I mean, it's basically the bezel, the glass, the dial, they're all octagonal shape. Very, very impressive. So this watch, the retail, it was around 30,000. It was 25 a few years ago, and then the price went up to 30. Because the demand, right, you can't get it. So the retail price the secondary market retail price has been really, really high. Depending on the year, the color, it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, you name it. Then after the announcement of discontinuation of the blue one, the price just shot up like crazy. So this white one, this particular model looks really, really clean, really, really new. The secondary market will probably command, over 100,000. And for the blue one, if you have a really, really good one, it's over 100,000. I mean, it's kind of crazy. For the latest, the new green one, they just introduced recently, 5711 green. Just as a comparison, MSRP is 34,890. But again, people have zero chance of getting it. There are rumors. There's a 10-year wait list. I mean, I don't even know why people even bother get on these wait lists. As I said, just like the Rolex sports models, you're not going to get it unless you're ultra high spender. I mean, for the Patek brand, and they're true VIPs, then you have a chance to buy these at retail price. Otherwise, if you got the money, secondary market is what you do. Let's put this special piece on the wrist to take a look. The wrist presence. So I have a small wrist, 6.5 inches, 16.5 centimeters. First reaction is, man, it is very thin. It's not thick at all. It's a 40 millimeter, but because it's so thin and the lug to lug is only 45, it's not very big. It fits really, really well. Look at this. It fits almost perfectly. I mean, compared to let's say the Rolex sports watch reviews, I've done a few, definitely look thicker and bigger. This one looks very, very good fit. Very, very, look at the bracelet right here. Tighten up a little bit. Look at the shape, corner, a little bit round near my wrist. Even though for my small wrist, it's a very, very good fit. It looks absolutely elegant. I mean, is it worth over 100,000 on the secondary market? I mean, I think that's, that's your call, but it's certainly absolutely one of the most stunning piece, one of the most beautiful piece I have ever seen in person. Certainly this is the king among the three big ones, among the AP Royal Oak, the Vacheron Constantin overseas. This is absolutely the undisputed king. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this short video, and if you liked the video, please consider subscribing and click the notification button. I'll see you next time. Thank you.